All right. You might think that only 24 hours have passed since I last uploaded a video about the crypto news. But you see, the problem is that like 24 normal hours is like 3 months in crypto land. And when I say you can't really escape for more than a week without completely being lost, I mean it. And for me, I guess this crypto news has started to become an addiction, because if I don't get myself my like daily or bi-daily updates, it feels like I'm so far behind and I start losing everything. Anyway, so little short summary, prices have been going down ever so slightly. But it's not been too bad, even though Bitcoin went back to what? $63,000. So the price is definitely not in the best area it's ever been at. There have also been some announcements that could kind of back it up. Now, there's two main things which happened. One nice, one bad, and I guess there's a third that I don't even know what category to place it in. The good news being Michael Saylor, the guys behind MicroStrategy, have been purchasing a massive sum of Bitcoin. Apparently between April 27th and June 19th, they bought themselves another 12,000 Bitcoin. And even though I can't tell you that this is what would pump the price, I can tell you one thing, and that is, as long as this man is buying, you better bet your sweet ass that we're all still bullish. Because ultimately, this guy and the whole team are taking some of the craziest risks ever by just buying Bitcoin till the end of days, because they believe in the near future, well, let's just call it future, it'll be worth more than it is right now. And I guess all you got to do is just follow their lead by thinking, you know what? There will only be 21 million in existence ever. And you might tell me, Dusty, skip Bitcoin, go for this or that or this altcoin. I'm fine with that. All I'm saying is that Bitcoin, which is the leader, altcoins follow usually. At some point that might change, but that's right now. And if Bitcoin, at least as a leader, is doing good, the rest will basically follow. And as of this point, Bitcoin looks juicy and stacked up. Now that was the good news, however, right? I told you there's also one piece of crazy quote-unquote bad news. And by the way, if you've not done it yet, make sure you press that like button. Every time crypto prices come crawling back down, so do the likes. Even though I believe a lot of you guys are still here waiting for things to get better. So if you are, make sure you press that. But what I wanted to say was take a look at this right here. I should maybe show you in a different manner because there's too many jokes. But the story is pretty simple. Everybody has started a post about this. The German government, which apparently was holding a pretty stacked amount of Bitcoin, has started to sell. And apparently they've already sold over $200 million worth. In the past couple of hours, the German government sent $65 million in Bitcoin to two likely exchange deposits on Coinbase. So basically, we tracked the wallets, and they noticed it gets to a wallet that sends to Coinbase, or at least is most likely belonging to Coinbase, which means sell, right? We all know. The German government moved 600 million in Bitcoin yesterday, sending 130 mil in Bitcoin, likely to 4 exchange deposits yet again, in this case here, Kraken and Bitstamp. Right now, they still apparently hold over $3.05 billion worth of Bitcoin. And by the way, we can track everything here. You can just follow the wallet if you want to. I don't think it's too relevant. Nor do I remember the announcements of the German government actually buying or acquiring, I should say, these Bitcoin. Perhaps they're actually more like seized funds, so to speak, that they didn't actually go ahead and buy for the long term, but these are just gotten from fraud cases or things of that sort. And now, just like the US government, they've started to sell, because yeah, that's what they do. I also understand from a government perspective, it's kind of hard to convince the citizens to keep away from Bitcoin and trust the currency when you as a government yourself are trusting the Bitcoin and, well, you're speculating on it, keeping it. Yeah, I see how that one is, it's a little bit hard to sell. Now, one thing I'll quickly tell you here is that over the last couple of days, I've seen many crypto people, I'm going to call it, turn of an opinion that now states, you know what, the summer is going to be very boring for Bitcoin as the dollar is popping off and, well, the excitement is gone. KSI, if you don't know, skip it, but just listen to his opinion. Crazy to believe people are still trying to be bullish right now with Bitcoin. Look at the dollar. That's so bullish. This is going to be a red, boring, corrective summer for Bitcoin. Come back in the winter for discounts, methinks. in a bit. And you know what's funny? Very often when these characters start talking about, oh, you really want to sell for the next few months, is when things really start popping off. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when guys like Jim Cramer and all these behemoths that everybody looks up to start calling for something to, do bad, usually it starts popping off. But I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be here telling you, oh, it's only up from here. No. All I'm saying is, again, look at what I said earlier in the video. If we think about it from the Michael Saylor perspective, which is, let's just keep on buying. If we do that over the next few months, we will most likely come out victorious and most likely way better than holding dollars, way better than just the average return on the stock market. Yes, you might actually outperform if you buy some specific stocks and get slightly lucky, or you pay very close attention. But to counter that, I'll say again, if you are really paying close attention to crypto and you know what you're doing, you can always outdo those results yet again as well. So if you have the time, the insights, I guess, to really hammer down on an industry, albeit just options anywhere, albeit specific stocks, albeit specific cryptos, you can make it work. My own strategy is, if we take a look at Bitcoin, we buy, let's say today, 63,500. Let me quickly see if that's still the same. The price right now is 64.5. Let's see. So the price is already up another $1,000 or so from the bottom it just made. People in the comment section will say tomorrow, if the price comes down, say, oh, you said buy. I'll say it again. Remember last time when we went to 56,000? What was I screaming then? Just buy, knowing that soon enough we'll be up from here. I understand it can be very hard to do so. And trust me, if I look at my portfolio right now, some grown, I think about, I'm going to say half the people even watching this video would not be able to handle the stress of just how much money I lose on a single daily basis. Then again, if I compare myself to some of the guys I know, I'm losing nothing. And if you compare it to guys like Jensen or Elon Musk, whoever, right? They might fluctuate with billions upon billions of dollars in a single day. Can you understand that stress? Well, most likely not, because they most likely don't have that stress anymore. First of all, because they're already freaking crazy rich, right? But second of all, because they understand the game. And whatever number it says your net worth is, it doesn't really matter. For the most part, it's your plan for the next few years. And that's why I always say, for me, this game ain't that hard. And there's always that guy in the comment section saying, oh, you're just wrong, admit it. Guys, the only thing I'll ever say, ooh, maybe we should have done it differently, is on our top altcoin runners in a bull market. For example, back in 2021, some might argue that XRP's rise from what, 20 cents to $2 or whatever, that was not good enough. Okay, sure. Can agree with you on that. You could have better gone for some more obscure coin later on in the cycle, grabbed crazier returns. Once more, I'm not your financial advisor, but usually when I make these crypto updates, there's a very important red line or thick line in the middle, which is it's all about not giving up and not letting your emotions take over. If you're able to do that, it's very, very hard to lose unless you're of the opinion that crypto will die out forever. But since I don't see that as an option, you might see it. I don't see it as an option. I could just keep buying the dip because, like I showed you guys with my $1,500 trade, which right now is an almost $20,000 worth of profit, even though I kept it open for like a year. If you just keep buying down lower and it takes a year, you can still 10x your money in, let's say, 6 months from now, maybe a year from now. But who is not satisfied with turning, let's say, $2,000 into $40,000 in a year? Solid, right? And that's again what I showed you guys how to do a little while back, but I'll probably make another video on it soon, explaining exactly what I think is best and how to make crazy gains over a little bit of a longer period of time. But once more, the whole concept with that is not that you just turn 2,000 into 40,000 and you're done. The idea is you're just buying your way down lower when the market's shitty and bad, but then on that up, let's say we cash it at $20,000 in profit, so from 2,000 to 20,000, and then we take that 20 and go for crazy altcoins in the season, and that's where you really hopefully get that 100x multiplier, and are you able to turn your 20,000 into, let's say, just $1 million or whatever. Not everybody will be able to do it, but a lot of people will, especially the people that are really married to the game, we'll call it. But yeah, that's about it for right now. Crazy stuff going on. I wanted to also cover a story about Trump, but the whole story there just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And honestly, I don't know what is truth. I don't know what I should be covering of this. All I know is that this could be a really crazy story in a few weeks or perhaps a few days as we get all the results. Martin Shkreli himself says he's got nothing further to say. Zach has been exposing some new things though, but I made a video on it yesterday. It's just more and more updates are rolling in and it's starting to get crazier and crazier. And if you don't know, just watch my video of yesterday where I talk about Trump's coin. What a crazy situation. But yeah, that's about it for right now. Hopefully see you guys again later in another crypto video. That's about it.